Hello everybody, welcome back to Dhatu Yoga with me Shubha, and today let's discuss about the untold secrets about the Yoga Karakas. Yoga Karakas are a very auspicious and important planets. Not all the ascendants have the Yoga Karaka. 6 ascendants have the Yoga Karaka. The Taurus, Libra has the Yoga Karaka as Saturn, which is simultaneously ruling their Kendra and the Trikona houses. Yogakaraka planet happens to be that planet which is simultaneously ruling Dharmic house 159, we call it as a Dharmic, Dharma Trikon, and a Kendra house. Kendra houses are the action oriented houses. So you are doing certain actions, whether it is with other people, 7th house, or with your family, your property, 4th house, okay, or 10th house, and also the first house. So simultaneously, when a planet is ruling the Kendra and the Trikona, it happens to be the Yoga Karaka. So you are gonna perform actions for Taurus and Libra in a manner where you can say it as a dharma, because it's ruling your trines as well. So what all the other planets or the ascendants have the Yoga Karaka. So Yoga Karaka should not be ignored. Whenever we look at a planet or any chart, we have to first look at the Yoga Karaka, how they are functioning or where it is seated and how it will function. Let me reveal the secrets of how it will function. Before I proceed, if you like this video, kindly please hit the like button. If you're new, kindly please subscribe to the channel. If you're looking out for any consultations, you can reach out to me on the website given in the description below. I'll be more than happy to guide you in the direction of bliss. Let's get started here and understand what are the Yoga Karakas for different planets and how do we understand the secrets, untold secrets. So, and next we have the Capricorn and the Aquarius ascendants having the Yoga Karaka as Venus. So simultaneously it is ruling your Kendra and Trikona. So for Capricorn, it's ruling your 5th house and 10th house. And for Aquarius, 4th house and the 9th house. So it becomes very crucial to understand why it is ruling such houses, what is the say of the planet. Okay, and for Cancer and Leo ascendants as well, the Mars happens to be the Yoga Karaka. So I'll be touching on the untold secrets. So everybody of us know that's a Yoga Karaka, but how do we activate the Yoga Karaka? That becomes very important. Everybody say this is a Yoga Karaka, but it's not adding any value. For Cancer ascendants and Leo ascendants, oh my God, I'm always constantly taking fights. Especially Leo ascendants, you're taking fights with your father, gurus, or your mother, because Mars is ruling that houses, 4th house and 9th house. Now you abruptly take some conflicts, some arguments, because you have the tendency. So it becomes very important that we should understand how do we activate. I'll go with some 2-3 ascendants. Rest other will be the homework for you people. I would love to know that in the comment section or via email, because everything should not be spoon fed, you know. Everything, if I go on doing spoon feeding, then what will I learn? It should also be done from my end. So for Taurus ascendants, Saturn becomes the Yoga Karaka. Even for the Libra ascendants, it is the Yoga Karaka, Saturn. So Saturn is simultaneously ruling your Kendra and the Trikona. For Taurus, see, Taurus ascendants, Venus is the ascendant lord. Whenever we talk about Venus, Venus is ruling Taurus, Libra, and it gets exalted in the sign of Pisces. So we should understand why it gets exalted in the sign of Pisces. Whenever we talk about Venus, Venus gets its direction and strength in the 4th house. Venus is a planet of Bhakti Yoga. 4th house, we talk about Bhakti Yoga, devotion. So it gets exalted in the sign of Pisces, of ultimate merger. So what kind of a devotion it works? Venus represents relationships. So love. So what is love? A lot of people think, I grab something from someone, that is love. You love me, so you should give me. So all this is utter nonsense which is running. So if somebody loves you, doesn't mean that they should give you. This is some kind of blackmail kind of things we have learned from looking at people around us. So it becomes very important to understand what is Venus. Venus becomes the highest at the position of Pisces. So for Taurus ascendants, so Pisces is the 11th house. 11th houses of gains. 11th house tells us about what is the bhava or the gain, but the consciousness will tell about what is the zodiac sign. Say for example, for Taurus ascendants, 11th houses of income, gain, friend circle, all that. But what kind of friend circle you should have, what kind of a gains you're getting, tells about what is the zodiac sign. Zodiac sign is Pisces. Pisces is all about letting go. So you have to let go of certain income. Very precarious, right? So it's very funny here. So some income, but you have to let go. See, the consciousness of the zodiac sign should be activated, because we can't just tell it's 11th house and just sleep. We should see which is the zodiac sign. Zodiac sign tells us in what way the conscious should be acting there. It's all about letting go. It's all about the ultimate devotion. It's all about higher, that's Jupiter ruled house. So it's all about that kind of a yoga wherein you're completely letting go of you. It's in the Kala Purusha Kundali. The 12th house is all about letting go of the ascendant. So it speaks about something to let go, something to sacrifice, something to so that's how we should understand. Until and unless, why I'm talking about Venus when I'm talking about Yoga Karaka for Taurus is how it's a Yoga Karaka for whom? For the ascendant. Ascendant speaks about Venus. So how best, see, you can be in the first house like Venetian things. I want food, I want money, I want all that sensual things, because the second house of all sensual things, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, the food you take, gossips. So how much, to what extent you continue this one, to that extent Saturn will give results. Saturn is your Yoga Karaka, which is the 9th and the 10th lord. So you feel your father behaves like animalistic because you have that animalistic tendency of enjoying some sensual sexual things. So your father is behaving animalistic or your boss is behaving animalistic. You are not getting that yoga kara because Saturn is the animalistic tendency. But Saturn gets exalted in the sign of 7th house in the Kala Purusha Kundali of doing the service without any expectation. So you want that yoga karaka to do the service to you without any expectation to him or her, your boss. Then you should be at the highest position. See, your Saturn gets exalted in your 6th house. Say your guru, your boss. See, your guru and your boss are the same personality. Okay. So that kind of personality should work with you on daily basis, because Saturn gets exalted in your 6th house. If you expect that person to work on daily basis with you to serve the society, because 6th house is the house of Libra, serving other people. They want you to help you on serving, then you should behave like an exalted Venus. You should let go certain gains coming through from your gurus, your boss, even though it's benefiting them. Then they are gonna come ahead, step ahead, and leave that animalistic tendency of Saturn, what it has in the Capricorn and Aquarius, and come to the exaltation position. Else you'll always be telling the dharma karmadipati yoga Saturn gets with. You tell that no dharma karmadipati yoga I'm feeling. Animalistic tendency is happening here. My boss is an animal, he is just behind money. You should understand how is my consciousness to that extent. And sixth house is also the shadripus for you people, because even Libra is ruled by Venus. So again, your extent to which how you have control on your shadripus, or how you're managing the shadripus on your daily activities on daily basis, decides. If you're very 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 jealous, then your boss is also going to give that results to you. See, planets will behave the way we get the consciousness with. It's a yoga karaka for your ascendant. How is the ascendant lord behaving? Letting go, because Venus people, Taurus ascendant especially, they are their head is full with where is my money, where is my belonging, where is my food. But you have to let go of certain things, right? Then that Saturn, which is animalistic, will start behaving very pleasantly. They will start doing that selfless service, what Saturn is all about, at your on daily basis to you people at your service centers. Like sixth house is a place where you do service. So this is how they behave exaltedly. And for Libra ascendants, it's like your Venus, gets exalted in your sixth house. So letting go of the Shadripus, sixth house is Shadripus, and letting go your Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Matsarya, Moha, all that, whatever we have inside, the enemies inside me. Then your loved ones, fourth house is your home, mother, fifth house is your loved ones. Then that loved ones will not behave like animal. Else you see how they behave. You tell, oh, my loved ones are perfect animals. Why? If you let go that limitations of yours, they will start doing service, selfless service to you, because Saturn gets exalted in the first house for you people. So they themselves will start doing the selfless service to you people. The animalistic tendency maybe of your loved ones, of your people at home, will start reducing, or you will start fearing less. Saturn gives that fear, anxiety, right? So it's all about how we approach. The ascendant lord speaks a lot. Just by telling the ascendant lord where it's getting exalted, highest performance, exaltation is the highest performance place. If you behave like in debilitation, like for Taurus ascendants, if you behave like very analytical with your loved ones, because it's getting debilitated in your fifth house. So you are analytical with your loved ones, criticizing your loved ones constantly. The yoga karaka results also is going to come to that extent, because it is the behavior, whether it is at home or office or with your friends, the behavior is my behavior. I'm over analytical. I'm over criticizing. Then the Saturn behavior also will become to the lowest degree of animalistic tendency. And for Capricorn and Aquarius, so this is how we should understand the Yoga Karaka, how it's behaving. It's Yoga Karaka is behaving to me. If I have the Yoga Karaka, if I have certain ascendants like which have Yoga Karaka, then it's me. For Capricorn ascendants, it's Venus is a Yoga Karaka. Venus is ruling your fifth house and 10th house. So it becomes very, 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 very crucial. Venus, we tell Lakshmi, your liquid cash. Fifth house of your creative work, your loved ones, and 10th house of your boss. And Saturn gets exalted in your 10th house for Capricorn ascendants. So when you do a selfless service to your boss, it should be a selfless one. Seventh house of other people. So you have to do a selfless service to other people, which is your 10th house, which is your boss. And that boss of yours, once it is fulfilled, then that Venus will play a role like a Lakshmi only. Venus itself is Lakshmi. So you behave animalistically and expect that other party, like your boss or your loved ones, to behave like a divine things. It's not going to work. If you're constantly thinking my work, my recognition, because Capricorn ascendants, Capricorn is their 10th house in the Kalapurusha Kundali, which tells about my recognition, my name, my fame, my gains. See, just my approach will decide where is my chart moving. Why have elders always told about yoga practice? Just go for a higher purpose. When you are in a higher purpose, all the other planets behave with you in the other level, next level altogether. Saturn, which is an animalistic tendency, does a selfless service when it's exaltation position. Can you imagine? Karma yogi type. When you do a karma yogi kind of a attitude you have, then only that Lakshmi, Venus, yoga karaka functions. Else, you start criticizing your own females at home and office, your loved ones. You just criticize them because, see, people around you, the behavior around you, or the yoga karaka. See, the yoga karaka had to give a results. Yoga karaka is a default. Wherever it is placed, yoga karaka has a potential to give the results. But if it is not giving the results, it's my attitude. And for Aquarius ascendants, so it's ruling, Venus is ruling your fourth and the ninth house. Saturn gets exalted in the ninth house of Libra and gets debilitated in the third house. If you just constantly take quarrels instead of taking higher learning of ninth house is higher learning. Instead of telling higher learning, I'll seek higher things and telling, no, I know everything. Because third house is a place where you get debilitated. Until unless you don't take higher learning, the Venus is not going to bless you. If you have an attitude to tell, I know everything, Venus is a yoga karaka and that is smashing you. Can you believe it? You're a man and your wife is, it's a yoga karaka, but your wife is smashing you left and right. So we should understand why this planet is standing as a yoga karaka. Then your wife, which is Venus, which gets exalted in Pisces, in the second house for Aquarius. So that Lakshmi will stay at your family with everlasting, that bliss will come to your family. Your home will be a shining place. Your sanskara will shine. Else, my God, disasters. Just the ascendant Lord tells what kind of behavior you should have. Saturn ascendant, selfless service. Venus ascendants, devotion to the level, peak level you should have. Else, analytical you start doing, you're gone. If Saturn ascendant start telling, I'm doing it for me, you're gone. The lowest degree you work, that lower degree, the yoga karaka gives the results. And for Cancer and Leo is the homework. You have to do the analysis and tell me what way it is going to work, how it's going to work at its best. Mars is the Yoga Karaka. You people just take quarrels, maybe. Or people in that house are quarreling with you. Why are they coming and quarreling with you? Mars is that energy, a never giving up attitude. At a lower stage, it works like fights, quarrels. Mars is a karaka for third and sixth house of all the troubles. Trouble giving houses are third house and sixth house, or all your weaknesses. You just take quarrels, fights. My God. Why are that house people for Cancer? It's ruling your fifth and 10th house. Why is your boss fighting with you or just criticizing you? Or why is your boss very aggressive? Why is your loved ones having quarrels with you? So this is how, until unless you don't behave like exalted planets, then that exalted results are not going to come out of the Yoga Karaka. Because the way I behave is the planets are going to reciprocate with me. Until and unless I have the animalistic tendency, I have a lower level of approach to every aspect of my life, then all the other planets are going to approach in the lower aspects, and my results, गुरुजी आपने बोला था तो रिजल्ट्स तो नहीं आ रहे, रिजल्ट्स तो बिल्कुल नहीं आएगा, results are not gonna come. Results are gonna come if we behave like exalted planets, and they look up to you and they'll also start behaving in an exalted manner. Yes. So if you are looking out for any consultation on to how exactly looking at the planet's position, because Venus ascendant, somewhere Venus is placed, Saturn ascendant, Saturn somewhere it is placed, what way you can best organize your level of life, way to approach, entire chart has to be looked at. Just looking at just me telling certain what level is the consciousness level of the ascendant or the person, what way the person can get helped. We have to look at the entire chart, because I can go on telling 100 different things, 100 different remedies, but nothing is going to work, because we are not going to do until unless we work like this. Usually my guruji was telling, so I didn't get help here, let me take just go take a support of my wife. My wife is not working, I'll take a support of my in-laws. My in-laws is not there, my father is not there, my mother is not there, my sibling. I'll just lean on someone and something like this, and I'll spend my life. But until and unless we understand or we get inspired, through looking at some yogis who are working independently, or to some elevated people who are doing it all themselves, we are just going to lean like this, here, there, that house, this house, child, sibling, cousin, just leaning around. So we should understand it's my chart, I have to elevate, and then things are going to move ahead. If you are interested to know how you can elevate in your life, you can reach out to me on the website given in the description below. I'll be more than happy to lead you in the direction of bliss. If you like this video, kindly please hit the like button. If you're new, kindly please subscribe to the channel. All your valuable comments, queries are always welcome. That's all for today. Take care. Namaste. Bye.